I start the game again, and I'm gonna try to do it again. Now with.
No. Launcher settings just will prepare the game. There is a button. Just I don't remember on which page, but it's 100%.
Yeah, it does give me a black screen, which is usually
No,
it comes always when I start the game, and then the game menu comes to the screen. But now it does make only a black screen, and it doesn't do anything. If I push the Control Alt Delete, it goes to the Windows menu, where is like basic buttons to start the control or I don't know. But yeah, after this screen I have two options, which one doesn't work anymore. Actually, I have that option to sign out from my user and then sign in again, or restart the whole computer, and the sign out doesn't work. So
you probably misunderstood me when you open the desktop the launcher. There is a screen with the play options menu. Do you remember? When you click options, the settings panel, control panel will pop up, and there you need to. One second.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, he lost connection.
Oh, boy.
Well, and I mean it. I barely actually use the antivirus because I find most antivirus is kind of useless. Hijack is just the most useful tool.
Oh, but do you know, by the way, that you can now play direct Windows games which use DirectX 11
in Live Linux?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a native translator from DirectX 11 to Vulkan.
Wow.
Yeah. I played Witcher 3 recently.
Wow.
Had like
Nice.
50 FPS. Still, it's
Yeah, but playable.
GTA 5 answers.
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm back. The disconnect worked. The sign out. Guys, do you hear me? Yeah, how I should try to start the game?
Actually wondering, do you have the original executed one, Battlefield 1942?
Execute the
Exit file.
I mean
Exit.
the original one, the one that came with the CD.
I had that with the CD version when I had to start the game. I used to have CD in the CD reader.
Yeah, because I'm thinking maybe there's a Windows update to install in the background that disenabled your ability. Oh, hi, boo.
Almost finished this time.
Oh, it was 2 of you already.
Oh, gameplay, by the way, I opened the launcher. There's an options sub-menu.
No, but I'm thinking this is it could be a registry thing. You know about the Windows update that completely destroyed saved disk games or the old DRM?
But yeah, but I'm using maybe a patch which disconnects the CD from all.
Yes, so you do use the patch, which basically allows you no longer to have a necessity for the CD.
Yeah.
And Battlefield doesn't prepare. Like,
Actually, it did, but EA actually removed the CD protection at the last patch.
Yeah. So, how I should start the game now, pretty much?
You open the launcher, yeah?
Yeah, I have a system protect launcher. What happened? Oh, it might have started a game without I even clicked it. Damn. Okay, I can kill the game. I mean that from, yeah. Resource control again crashed.
Oh, there is a tiger at somewhere.
So how I should start? Go to the files
Damn, EA!
or
No.
There's a plenty of AA guys.
No!
or should I start the game with the system protection? Or what?
Shortcut on the desk. Forgotten how to.
FHSW?
No.
I don't have FH2 now because I deleted Battlefield 2 and reinstalled it.
What you were asking about?
And FHW isn't working, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to come there.
Well, first thing first is make sure you on the correct Battlefield 1942.
Yes, I have.
Well, have you already tested regular 42? That actually works.
Well, I think that is not working too. I think the Matt and Baker's texture pack has corrupted my EA file. So every EA game in that file doesn't work.
Then it must have rewritten an entire program. Well, that sounds a bit far-fetched, actually.
Do you mean that I should delete
Well, you could try
EA
to
file
delete
and then
42 and then reinstall everything from scratch, but
yeah, that takes very long.
that takes a long time. Do you have any backup files? Let's say a backup version of Battlefield 42?
No. I could try the original, the vanilla, but I don't know.
I think the manual has the installer.
Yeah, you can use my installer. Just look up the installation guide thread in the forums.
Yeah, it's on the main.
Yeah,
Oh, you made an all-in-one installer, didn't you, Radio?
yeah. About 3 months ago, I think. Can't remember. It's like 8 gigabyte that. 8 gigabyte that.
Here guys, vanilla BF42 doesn't work too, so yeah, I think whole EA file is broken. I don't know all how that happened. So if that does work, if it doesn't, I might close the computer. Okay guys, that doesn't work. So yeah. Oh,
User disconnected
I
from
don't
your
want to
channel.
die. No, yeah.
Maybe.
I was,
Do you guys even know what hijack this is? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, do know it?
I wasn't even listening.
Oh. Do you guys even know what hijack this is?
Hijack. Wait, in hijacking via
Well,
Trojan,
it's basically
or-
a small little program. It scans everything that's running on your machine, every executable, every
oh, so first Trojan.
direct library link file, everything.
No.
So if you actually know enough about your computer, what's actually supposed to be running, it's very easy to find out if you have a virus.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Can you post the link?
Yeah, it's basically it posts a text file into your computer, and then you read to the text file to basically get what's all running. I've been using this program forever.
Nice. It's nice. It's quite useful for. Wait.
The only thing that it doesn't check is startups, so you're still going to have to check up. Well, sometimes a virus uses the startup menu for quick startup.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the startup in Windows. I'm talking about something called a delayed startup.
yeah, I don't understand this. It does make only black screen, and that screen doesn't go anywhere. The game doesn't work. It crashed the resource control. And I'm wondering how that happened. Well, how it can crash the resource control.
Damn, it's only on the Dutch side I can find it.
We're taking casualties. Enemy armor spotted.
Has to be an English site.
Enemy armor spotted. Anti-tank support. Enemy armor spotted. Roger that.
I'm afraid the site is entirely in two down. They both work 42 with or 60.
Okay. Thank you. Seems like a nice utility.
Basically, this little executable, once you start it up, it scans for everything you installed in the past month. It scans for all files that are being modified. And if you know a bit of computers and actually research each and every little file that's being installed, you quickly know which one is a virus, which one isn't.
Yeah. Of course. Nice. Does it output like a text file or is it
Yeah,
GUI?
it puts a text file out, basically.
Okay.
And that text file explains everything.
Yeah.
Enemy unit spotted.
The only thing I still have to check is, like I said, it's start Windows. Sometimes a virus actually uses a startup command in the registry, which basically makes it the startup delayed. But that's very easily checked if you actually go to the Windows or startup.
Enemy armor spotted. Roger that.
Ooh, what the hell? Are you in the Tiger Boo Boo?
I just need the normal sections and that's here.
Position secured.
Jeez.
We're taking casualties.
Yeah, any? No, never mind.
No, I got just blown away instantly.
Well done, soldier.
Why do we have a hurricane with the 40 millimeters? I mean, it's no longer an effective anti-tank, is it?
Roger that. Attack the enemy.
Or do you guys actually have Panzer IIIs on this map?
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy armor spotted. Enemy armor spotted.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
When your computer freezes for about 2-3 minutes, and then freezes as if nothing has happened. I literally don't know what's on my computer.
Maybe you run out of RAM.
I'm running on the FHSW, and I have 4 gigabytes of RAM, and I think I have some kind of virus. I mean,
Well, here's the question for you. Who else was in the computer when you went away?
no one really.
Then how the hell are you gonna get a virus?
Yeah, that's the problem. I asked my daughter to turn it on, and I was managing it remotely with TeamViewer. So the only option was someone could have hijacked it while I wasn't, on it through the TeamViewer. Oh, that's highly improbable. And yeah, I don't.
Well, you checked the instant startups already, that's running in the background.
Second?
Did you already check the instant startups
No.
or MS config?
I haven't.
Because the first thing you should need to check is that. And remove everything that's not necessary to run, except for basic Windows stuff and drivers, that's about it.
Yeah, I
I think
think
that's the only thing I actually want.
the weird,
antivirus, of
the
course.
weird thing I have is that I got the blue screen of death. I think I might have some rogue driver installed, so I can't detect which one it is.
Yeah, but you haven't done anything to the system yet.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't. It's just
The only thing I don't think of is actually failed hardware. And that can be very notorious for all types of problems.
I don't know how can hardware fail when the computer is not running.
Actually, there's one thing that can fail when it's not running. Power
memory,
supplies.
power supply.
Because when you unplug the computer, the capacitor is completely drained out of power, and when you get recharged, sometimes they just fail. And they can't fully hold a charge, so they discharge sooner. As a result, you get not as much power into the
I don't think because of the power supply, because power supply doesn't need a driver.
Damn, I was flying in front of a goddamn jet and I didn't even notice it.
Radio is just a greyhound. You don't have to be afraid of it.
Enemy armor spotted. Requested anti-tank. Requesting reinforcements. Requested anti-tank support.
And the only other thing I could think of is, well, you started up your computer, right? So,
Yeah.
did you install any updates at all?
Nope. Yeah, I have added the updates uninstalled and admin disabled, and I don't install updates in this one. And I assume you know why.
So just out of the blue, no apparent reason.
Yeah, that's why I'm so, like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, yesterday,
Well, I did notice in a month's time, a few months' time, that the server connection is not as stable as it used to be.
yeah, that also.
I mean, my ping used to be around 18 and now it's higher.
I mean, that could be just data center stuff, I mean,
Oh, I killed the wrong...
I used to have 25, I got 50, The only thing that, I'm thinking of was like, that's not what I'm thinking of. Of course I just fired.
What you were thinking of?
I even forgot because the radio just pinged me over.
Oh, I guess cleaner will bump me now.
Yeah, I was thinking of, no, I had some ports open. I still do, and maybe something could, hack me through my router, and maybe control, the computer, or could play some Bitcoin miner. But I can't see anything in registry, so. Yeah,
With a Bitcoin miner, you would have noticed it because it's eating your system resources or your processor or your video card.
yeah, exactly. And when my when my computer lagged like 5 minutes, it's like it doesn't even react to the mouse moving, doesn't react to anything, and yeah, the CPU usage was at what, 0%? This is not even.
Might be faulty ROM. Try to maybe. I think there is a mem check and some issues. Run a memory test.
Okay. So this check basically.
And I highly doubt that some lone hacker would just explore some ports. Besides, the computer was off for a month. How the hell did he even be able to do that?
You may occur randomly because there might be a faulty sector in the memory which is not accessed, which is
In short
accessed
terms,
randomly.
one of the rare modules might be broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, there's one thing you can do. There are numerous RAM testing programs where you have to shut down the system and basically let them run overnight. If they show any errors, that means your RAM is basically screwed.
Fuck. That really got my mood up. Oh.
Well, think about it this way. If it's old RAM, it's probably cheap.
Yeah. Sure. Sort of. If it's still on the, you know, if it's still a full, like, you can still buy it some way. It's
Well-
sort of that old.
New, probably not. Second hand, good chance.
Yeah. Huh. Memory check. What else?
Well, there's also memory on the graphics card that can fail.
No. Oh, don't even joke about it. That's the last thing that has failed. That would ever fail.
Well, it does happen. It just doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. Especially when you have hardware that's overheating.
I don't think it overheats really.
And
That would be
last
really-
but
that would
least
be
is your
really
power
bad
supply
news.
that could actually cause a lot of problems. But there are some signs you can actually check for that. For instance, in your power arm, did the computer actually power itself off for a freaking little second? I mean, complete power off, and then when you power it on, the capacitors charge up.
Yes.
Does the computer then shut itself down for just a fraction of a second and then boot up again?
And I guess that might work. But
Because if it's that, then it's a failed power supply.
yeah, you know, over the course of the month, what goes on? I mean, you know that my power supply has that small switch in the back of it that you can just turn it off while it was supposed to plug it on, so the voltage was still in. And now I'm unplugging it. Just something on. But yeah, I'm gonna try that.
And there's another thing you can do, but that requires you to actually open it up. You can
Yeah.
actually check the power supply. If you know actually how bad the capacitors looks.
Yeah, I do. I changed some. And I really hate them.
Only thing I never do is replace power supply capacitors. That's just a little too dangerous for me.
I know one guy who used to do that, or he still does, but you know, one power supply he had, it just exploded. Or burned. Yeah, it's burned. like great. Yeah, but he was a little bit different class.
Well, I had some cheap nasty browser class in the past.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know how, but Hitman just took me straight out of the sky with Tiger.
Oh my.
Our chaps can't hold them.
Fuck.
Position secured. Well done, soldier. Enemy airstrike spotted. Roger that. Enemy unit spotted.
But do you actually have a built-in graphics card on that computer or an actual graphics card?
Actual feral graphics.
Well, there is a program called GPU-C. You can actually test for something called thermal overload.
Ah,
Have you ever heard about it?
I haven't.
Well, what it basically means is that if the hardware gets too hot, your GPU would actually power itself down to save itself from burning up.
Okay. That's nice. I just don't see how no, I don't see the connection to blue screen of death in that.
That type of things can actually be produced by all those prompts from thermal overload.
Wow. Okay.
What you basically do is you have a small program running in the background and it records the temperatures, the running speeds of the GPU,
Yeah.
and well, you check it afterwards, and if you see a sudden drop in your megahertz and it stays there, then you know something is going on. It usually coincides with a very high temperature on the GPU.
Okay. So it's was it GPU Z or CPU Z? The program. I remember I might have used it once, like 4 years ago.
We're taking casualties.
This link, if you have never heard of this. GPU-C, Z, I don't know how to pronounce it actually in English.
You know, Z.
Enemy airstrike spotted.
That's the best.
It's very handy. It has a small little feature called record sensor logs, and when you keep it running, you can check out the text file log, which records every bit of temperature, megahertz, if there are any drops at all. And it shouldn't happen when you're running the game drops.
Yeah.
Enemy armor spotted.
And if it's actually that, it might be as simple as simply replacing the thermal paste.
It could be. I mean, in England there's a heat wave now, about 30 degrees.
Well, we have also heat wave. I'm noticing my computer getting awfully hot, but well, let's just say when I built the machine, I built it with cooling in mind.
What do you have? Water cooling?
No, not that, but I have like 4 or 5 fans and they're all spitting at back web. I don't care about the freaking sound it produces, I just want to make sure the hardware doesn't overheat.
You must be sitting in the server room by now. Oh great, my battlefield now is cracked. Yeah, tomorrow I'm starting at Cisco. I'll be solving my heat wave problem with sitting in a data center.
Oh, that's not going to be too good.
I mean, whatever. If anything is better than waiting by just sitting on a chair. No, I'm totally joking, but I really will try that. Hello?
What?
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I hit another lag spike.
Well, I know the lag spike hits on this game when flags have been captured.
No, I mean, my lag spike. Like, really, the PC just froze for, what, 2-3 minutes?
It's actually saying you have connection problem?
No, it's not. My game crashed, first thing of all, and then I tried to open a window, like, it didn't react to anything.
The entire system just froze.
Yeah. Well, and I'm looking in processes, and if you use it at 19% and RAM usage at 15.
Oh, RAM usage could be lowered a little.
Yes, I mean, yeah, but I have Skype running and Opera running. I turned them on after the crash, the fuck, it froze again. For a shorter period of time. really annoying.
Oh, there is a king tiger in the sea near the windmill. Water.
Alright.
Can you pause the message to Chuck for me?
No?
Well, better no.
You can install integrated.
No, I have external. You really better remember. God.
Nvidia you can install after one.
It's AMD.
Well, I gave him a link to CPU,
Yeah.
GPU-C. It's basically does exactly the same thing. It displays temperature, load, everything, and it also displays
Yeah,
if there's
I'm not-
ever a drop.
And I think I used it like 2 years ago.
Or like an overall on top of the game or just neutral.
Ah, you're talking about in-game software.
You are out of
Yeah, that's true.
I'm running the first program you sent me, the RFIC. I really want to know what the fuck changed during, month time. What is so?
make all this way from the main base just to be bombed by
Are you wanting to hijack this?
Yep.
Below in the log file below it should be modified and creation date. Our Windows update will have a lot of files created and changed. Checking each of them is going to take forever, but eventually you get there.
Well, where's the branch?
But if you haven't been on there for months, well, there shouldn't be much file changes to begin with.
True. What is true? Yeah, great, yeah. It's listing event log, and it's taking about a solid amount of time. You're alright, there'll be a shitload of logs.
9 minutes until the next map. Germans lost heavily. Cleaner just clean hill. And you found anything extraordinary in the log?
Let's see them. A fresh 2 months. And it's taking its time.
You're saying there's that much stuff? My log in 2 months takes 10 seconds to load.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why would something low. What would create so much log? I'm literally staring at listing event log for about a second minute right now. Right. I will most probably end up reinstalling the Windows, but I don't want to do it right now, or not tomorrow.
Six minutes. Finally! I have the log.
All right. Roger that. Go for the flag. Roger that.
It has 520 lines.
Well, I expect a lot of files to be created and removed in that time.
MS config, there's just Microsoft Office, Catalyst control, so the cannot cook menu, Cisco and connect. Yes, farewell, something. There's nothing unusual. Not even in the services.
But a nice tool though.
Yeah, it is.
Boxes where they're just camping in this house.
It is a nice tool, but let's see Okay, what is this? Oh, that's Catholic thing. Okay.
Enemy armor spotted. 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 We've lost contact with an outpost. We're taking casualties.
Alright, the game is about to end in 2 minutes.
Enemy armor spotted. Enemy armor spotted. Position secure. Enemy armor.
What?
Yeah, hang on.
Enemy armor spotted.
What is just system config? Is there any files being written to there?
It says it has been modified, but that's
Yeah, well, technically
I mean-
files can be modified in there for numerous
Yeah.
reasons, especially
Yeah.
Windows Update.
exactly. Well, I haven't. I don't update this system at all. I think this update completely disabled for this